closely and see if you've got the gumption to put the recipe together with the right ingredients at the right time. All graphs that you're looking at right now are from 2020 to now. Get it? There's 3 graphs here. Now, on the left is housing starts. Okay, that's from 2020 till present day. In the middle is permits. They're kind of mirroring each other, aren't they? And that makes sense. Now, on the right-hand side is single family permits from 2020 to now. Now, keep looking at these 3 graphs because there's a lot to digest and a lot to understand here. Realtors, if you need help with the strategy that we're about to outline, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to us and our team over here because we are equipped to help you in these endeavors. You know, I've spent over 20 years reaching out to and traveling to and talking to and strategizing with some of the best loan officers and realtors in the country. Now, we've got the connections in your market, so reach out if you want to participate in the strategy. We'll get you the right loan officer.
You see that big drop that falls in the vertical gray line? Remember, these are all the same graph. Those are all the starts with permits during the pandemic when we had to isolate. COVID was really bad for building and permits because we had to, at best, social distance, which is impossible when building a house. So that low on the graph for permits and starts is what we would refer to as a rock bottom low.
Now, over on the right-hand side of all 1, 2, 3 graphs, that's where we are right now. And as you can see, we are well below the average line on all 3 graphs, and we are quickly headed back to all-time lows in permits and construction. Yikes. And this, by the way, is a massive tectonic sign that we are moving right into a recession. Recessions in housing, well, they're kind of peanut butter and jelly, you know what I mean? You really don't have one without the other. But back to the point. The graph on the far right-hand side now, just the one on the right-hand side, that is single-family permits. You'll notice how they're way below the other 2 graphs on permits and housing starts. Why is that?
Well, it's simple. The 2 graphs on the left include condos. You know, the type that you rent. So yes, those are down too, also to historic lows, but nothing like the single-family residence lows. In short, we have all but stopped building new single-family residences.
Down along that point. And now the reason for it is multifaceted, but let's just say this. It would be impossible to keep out of reach bloated, unrealistic equity gains of the past 7 or 8 years if we actually built single-family residences to need. To do that would flood the market of homes that would have to be sold, and for that to happen, prices would need to come down significantly so people could afford those homes, and that would seriously eat into the equity that all y'all think you have in the homes that you currently own. Remember, yes, we have tons of inventory. It's not moving right now at these prices, that is. Knock 20% off and see what happens. Right now, nobody can afford homes. The first-time home buyer is dead in the water today. As I said a second ago, drop values by 20%. Just watch the flood of first-time home buyers that come into the market, fill the void, buy all those homes, and bring balance back to the housing market. That would have to happen, but the cost that we would pay in lost equity, which could be the price paid, is too high for builders to act upon and politicians to support. However, without a healthy housing market, and we are not healthy, we are decidedly sick today, we're going to face down and realize a recession, one that can go deeper than anything we've seen thus far. And we've seen some bad ones, haven't we? But all is not lost for the singular realtor and loan officer out there, and man, I mean it. Here's where the strategy comes in. Did you all know that you could put a house on a lot with an FHA loan? Did you know that? A VA loan? Did you know that you can do 100% financing or 97.5% financing in the case of FHA? Did you know you can do 100% financing or 96.5% in the case of FHA? Did you know that that includes actually acquiring the lot? Did you know that you could even put a modular or a manufactured home on that lot with an FHA or VA loan? Here's my question to you. Can you find a lot in your community that's just sitting there, put an offer in on it? No, not just for the lot, but to put a house on that lot, put a manufactured, a modular house on that lot. I mean, some of these modulars and manufactured homes are built better than stick-built single-family residences. They got 2x6s in them because they got to move them around. What if you can do it cheaper than buying a pre-existing home? Never thought of that? It's just an FHA loan. It's just a VA loan. And I know all you loan officers out there and all you realtors, y'all say you want to help veterans. What if you can do this? You get a veteran a brand new house on a brand new lot for less than you could buy a pre-existing house. Oh, I can hear you now. It's too tough. It's too much work. And I'd say this to you. It's just a VA loan. It's just an FHA loan. Listen, I got to tell you, we live in Podunk, California, in Vacaville, which translates to Cowtown. Did you know in my little county alone, there's like 80 lots to choose from? I'll go lowball every single one of these lots because nobody's lending on raw land today. So those things are just sitting there doing nothing. In a slow market, they're even slower. I'm going to lowball at a soft market, and then I'll go to my manufactured home guy, who's national, by the way, and I'm going to pick a floor plan. Can you imagine that? For my brand spanking new home to be built on that lot that I just got and finance the whole thing at 100% financing or 96.5. Brand new home. Or, I don't know, in your community mind, for more money, less money, or the same money, it's probably a push. I can go ahead and buy a pre-existing house that's already on the market, that is already listed with another agent, that was built in 1980 with tons of crap to fix, with popcorn ceilings to scrape, scratched floors, outdated kitchens and bathrooms that all smell like your dog. But you know, it might have a newer 15-year-old air conditioning unit on it, right? Or I could buy a new home. I could create my own opportunity and I can create my own market.
You see, we're doing this. We're doing what no other realtor in your market is doing. This gives us a competitive advantage. If I have 80 lots in Solano County and a company with multiple models that they can put up in a matter of months, short months, all buttoned up, and we can do your FHA deal for you. We can do your VA deal for you. It's like you having your own subdivision, only you're not being controlled by a builder and it's not located in one specific area.
And you as a realtor can make this your own reality right now if only you can work with us. Like I told you, we'll put you in touch with the right loan officers in your area. See, you get a client, you market this. You show your client a floor plan. Imagine they get to pick their own floor plan and then say, great, where do you want your new home located? Let's go lot hunting. Now you might be asking yourself, is it going to work? Hell of a lot better than what you're doing right now. Yeah, it will work. This depends on who you are. The strategy works, the person implementing it might not. See, I work with small to mid-sized contractors right now, and this is kind of from my perspective. They're all over the country, and here's what they all know that most realtors and loan officers don't know. When they build, they can't keep their builds on the market. They can't build fast enough. That's the biggest consistent problem I hear from all my contractors and loan officers supporting those contractors around the country. Their market is not depressed. This is the freaking roaring 20s for those agents and contractors right now. Now, if you want help with this whole idea, this strategy, where we put the cart before the horse, where we go ahead and find the properties right now, we find the land, and then we backfill with our clients. If you want help with this and so much more, reach out to us and we'll point you in the right direction. If you're a loan officer who wants to really look at marketing to real estate agents in a way that nobody else is doing in the country, you'll find that with us at Cap Direct. All of us at Cap Direct. This is what we do. Fill out the information down below. Love to talk to both of you. Let's go ahead and pivot because the market, well, it's already right in front of us. We just got to catch up to it. Talk to you soon. Bye. Hey, realtors and lenders, we have a great strategy for you today. You know, how do I explain this? First of all, this is all self-sourced. You're only getting it here on Mortgage Shots, and we're sharing it with you free of charge where other people would charge for great strategies like this. Now, sometimes it's just a case when you're baking a cake, putting the right ingredients in at the right time. You got to kind of follow how the whole thing goes. I know when you make certain pastries, if you don't put in your cold butter at certain times, you're not going to get it to fluff up the right way. Does that make sense? But we're going to do the same thing with a real estate transaction, and we're going to get an entirely different outcome. Now, understand that Cap Direct over here, which is our team where we crowdsource great ideas with our loan officers with the greatest rates and the greatest partners in technology. We come up with these ideas. If you want to be a part of that, just fill out the information down below. We'll talk about it. But we're going to share something. Let something out of the house a little bit.